What's going on, everybody? In today's video, I'm going to tell you a little bit, just a brief story of me. Sissie's going to do a separate video of her backstory, just to kind of get you guys caught up on kind of our life, and just kind of here starting recently. It's not going to be I was born in 19, but it's going to be more like, what kind of got us up to this point. So let me just get it started. I was married for about 31 years to my late wife, Tammie Kennedy, and she actually was, mother of my two kids, and at the time we had one grandkid. Now I've got two from my oldest son, but a lot of years of marriage, and she passed away from pancreatic cancer. She was diagnosed, and she survived and battled it for about 2 years. She basically went in and had a Whipple surgery done. She was lucky with pancreatic cancer. Normally you find out kind of late. She went in for some other kind of pain in her abdomen, and they actually found it by accident, the lesion or the tumor on her pancreas. So they performed a Whipple and got most of it, and but there was one spot on kind of the liver kind of area where there's a main artery, and that's what ended up coming back, and she eventually got ascites, metastasized, basically fluid in her stomach, and that metastasized to cancer, and she passed away on August 3rd, 2024. So I was mourning so badly, and just with everything that comes with that, guilt and mourning and just feeling bad, and just drank a lot, and just couldn't really figure out how to move forward in life. And so I miss her terribly, but recently me and Sissy, we were actually friends of the family, and so we've actually known each other our whole life from Richmond, Virginia, or we just kind of started talking about, because she also had a late husband who died of lung cancer. His name was Mike. So she went through that a couple years earlier than me, and I think Mike survived lung cancer about 4 years before he passed away. So we had a lot in common, just kind of dealing with that, and we just formed an instant connection, and I just fell in love with her, and every day I just fall more in love with her, more in love with her. I feel like God sent me her as an angel to take care of me, especially now that, soon after we started dating, I moved in her house here in Tampa, Florida area, and we started planning our life, and I was working, and I got some kind of pain in my right side, and she was like, you got to go get that checked out. And so we finally went to the ER emergency room, and they did a scan, and they came back and said, you've got cancer, it's metastasized. They didn't know where the source of the cancer was, but the scan showed my liver with many lesions on it. I think it was up to 20 lesions on my liver already, and a couple on my hip and spinal cord, just a couple small lesions there, and my two pelvic left and right lymph nodes in my pelvic area. So shortly we were just kind of blown away, especially after what we both went through, and I just couldn't. It's just so hard to accept. And finally I went to Moffitt, and they got me in immediately and diagnosed me. I met with the doctor, and they were basically like, look, it's exploded. It's anal cancer, stage 4, and it's the rare kind. I forgot the name of it, I apologize, but one starts with one type of anal cancer is the S, and one's the A. Mine is the A, which is like only 5% of anal cancers have this. So they were very concerned about how much it exploded and the treatment. But basically I'm on palliative treatment, palliative care, quality of life versus quantity. And they started me on chemo and basically said, you're going to be on chemo for the rest of your life. The chemo is FOLFIRI, I think is what it's called. And basically, it's 3 chemos that I started with. And one of them caused terrible neuropathy in my feet and my fingers after about 8 months, I think it was, or 7 months. It caused some bad neuropathy, so I had to drop that one. But the cancer, the chemo did stabilize my cancer and actually slightly reduced the lesions on my liver, so I was feeling a lot of hope with this treatment. And even though it wasn't a big reduction, it was going in the right direction, and I felt like as long as I could get this chemo, I'd be fine. But I did have to drop that one, and then I was so sick in the beginning, like literally in the emergency room every time I get chemo. They dropped my chemo almost to down by 35%. They did 25% first, and then they said you need better quality of life, and they dropped me another 10% of chemo, so I'm down about 35%. And that definitely helped me just live a better life. I wasn't, the first week, I'm still kind of sick, and the second week I feel much better. But I feel like I got a few extra days on that first week after they reduced that. So I was concerned that reducing it would cause it to not be as effective, but they said this was kind of part of the plan, and felt like this was the right move. That would still work, it's still effective. So I've been going through that chemo now I had 19 rounds. This is, at the time of this recording, this is in July, so about 9 months and 19 rounds. I get it every 2 weeks. And again, I get 3 chemos. One is a pump that I take home for 2 days, and then I go back and get disconnected from that pump. So it's been, it's been a long battle so far for me. The 9 months is just, well, that chemo has just been I've lost so much muscle. I lost a lot of weight. I've seemed to, after they reduced it, I've gained some weight back, which is good. And it's just been just a grueling fight. But I'm doing it for myself and my wife, and I've decided to spend my time with them, and my mom is also a big part of that, and my 2 kids and my grandkids, my 2 grandkids now. I've got 2 grandkids, a beautiful little boy who's 2, and my baby girl is almost a year now. She'll be a year old in September. So I've got a lot to fight for and live for, and I'm going to continue doing that for as long as my body can take it. And so I just wanted to give you this brief kind of backstory as we kind of kick things off. This channel is going to be about my treatment, changes in that, but also living life, and especially towards the family stuff as we try to spend more time with them. That's really what I want to do with the rest of my life. So yeah, I love everybody. And thank you so much for subscribing. And we've got over 50 subscribers now, we just launched the channel, which is awesome. So please subscribe to the channel. Just hit that little bell and get your notifications going as well. And comment below if you're experiencing cancer or a loved one with cancer and want to share your story. I always like to hear it, and I think we're in this all together. And I love everybody, and we'll talk soon. Bye.